Hello everyone, it's February 27th. Alright, let's just get down to it. Diameter of a binary tree. Given the root of binary tree, then the length of the diameter of the tree. Then diameter is the length of the longest path between any two nodes in the tree. This path may or may not pass through root. The length of a path between two nodes is represented by the number of edges between them. So in this case, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, right? So basically, at each one, we're going to find out the, actually, you can also do this, right? So basically, because it has to be from 1 between two nodes, any two nodes. I think we can prove easily that this path must be passing the root, if it's possible. Because if you say I have a path that does not pass through the root, and you say that is the longest, then I can always find if the root has another node, right? And then we can have a longer one. So basically, just go through the whole thing. At each step, we're gonna have to return the longest path, right? The longest path on that, the longest path that's starting from this root, right? Starting from this root. So I just need to find the longest on the left, the longest on the right, and I can find the longest, and then we return, and then the answer is going to be this plus the right side, and then we shall be able to do this. Okay, so let's give it a shot. So should that be 27? Yeah, I think yesterday was 26, right? Yeah, today should be 27. Oh, I think the tree node can be useful now. Okay, so we need to find the diameter of a binary tree. But to do that, what we need to do is int diameter, and then we say private int longest path. Okay, so I have a tree node, which is a root. Okay, so basically for me, I say I want to find the left, I want to find the right, and I'll return mine. So I shall say the longest path. So I should return math.max longest path root.left. Actually, we're going to say if not root, or we can say if root is equal to null, return 0. I don't need this, right? I don't need this. Okay, so we say the left, and then we say longest path root.right. Find the longest among them, and then plus 1. Right, the longest on the left, longest on the right, and now we plus 1. So that will be the longest path. So for each one, we will say I shall update the diameter as well, Right, I shall update the diameter. So might as well just go with, nah, it has to be go the longest path. So each one I have the left and the right, so I can just say int left equal to longest path left right. So plus right plus 2, right, and then we'll return. So I can delete everything because we can just say left to right. So here I can just call it longest path root, and then we'll return this dot diameter. Okay. I cannot believe it. Wow. How did you get it wrong, man? I don't know. Longest path through the left. If the root is null, it's a 0. And if the root is not null, oh, I see. Okay. So that shouldn't be root is null. That should be the leaf, that if root dot left is null and root dot right is null. Right? That is a leaf. Then we return 0. And of course, so shall be if root is null or this, then we return 0. Oh, it depends, right? Oh my goodness, that is correct. Because if one side is 0, then we don't get anything. Ooh, it depends. It depends. Because if it's a leaf, I return 0. But if it's a null, I shall return -1. Right? Because you return -1. Yeah. So if root is equal to null, then we'll return -1. Because -1 I can cancel here. Okay. Yeah. $543. Find the longest path. Starting from each node. Longest path of a node's left and or right child. And the longest diameter, including diameter with the current node the kernel as pass through is the sum of the left and the right max path. Note the use of -1 when the current node is empty as path, right? Okay. Can take a look at what we did in the past. Or just helper. That's actually good. Actually, I like this one better. But it's all right. Okay, so we're done with this. This I probably will not do. I kind of don't have the gun to do this today. Maybe some other day. Yeah, you have to do all these someday. All right, let's take a look at this one. Just get a general idea. Minimum time to make array sum at most x. You're given two zero-indexed integer arrays, num1, num2 of equal length. For every second, for all indices from 0 to nums, okay, so it's every second for all indices, value of nums1i is incremented by nums2i. After this is done, you can do the following operation. Choose an index in nums1 and make nums1i equal to 0. You are also given an integer x. Return the minimum time in which you can make the sum of all elements in nums1 to be less than or equal to x, or -1 is not possible. Okay. So first round, apply the operation on I0. We apply this means we will, for all indices, in this value, this is incremented by this. So nums1 equal to this. Oh, I think it's do both. So for everything you have to add everything, and then you choose this I to set it to 0. So basically we add everything, set it to 0. For the second time, we apply the operation on I equal to this. So again, everybody add to it. So this will be 9, this will be 1, and this will become a 0. I just set this to 0. And then for the third time, we will add again. And then it'll be 2 and 2, and this will be we want the minimum time in which you can make the sum of all elements in nums1 to be less than or equal to. The second one is not possible because one round. So basically you just add one round and you remove any one to turn into 0. And you add another round, you remove someone to turn into 0. Okay? So what if I consider them overall? Like in the first one, we can consider them as 1, 2, 3, right? So if we add them together, it's 6. So basically each time is 6 plus 6 and then minus whichever, right? Minus some value. So in this case, 12 minus, we also need the one that they add. Oh, the one they add together. Oh. Because if you remove the ones that you just added, okay, but you can also remove the ones that's previous is a 0. So your one is you have to add and then reduce something to 0, right? And you add again, then reduce another thing to 0. So eventually we will be adding, because we want to find the minimum times, right? So each time we add, right? Next time we add, next time we add. So we always add this. Then how much are we taking away, right? How much are we taking away? It depends. It depends on which side we're taking away, right? It depends on which side we're taking away. Huh. Okay, so first time you add, and then when you take away, it's 2 times this, right? And next time you add, and next time you add, and it can take it away. Yeah, except for the first time. Each time you just add, and you take it away is going to be the number of times you add, right? Then you will take it away. Come in the first problem, each time we add, so originally we have 6, right? And then you're going to add 6 every single time. So to get a 4, you need to, first round you add, 6 plus 6 is 12, and you remove 2, so you have a 10, right? And second time you plus 10 is 6 again, 16. But this time you can remove 10 because you have 3 2s, right? And then that's 10. So next time you plus 6 again, but now you can remove all the 3s. Right? Yeah, because it's 10. And we'll plus 6, 16, minus 12, because I have accumulated 4 of them. You think it's a DP? Minimum. Number of seconds is definitely right. So number of seconds, and we could say number of seconds. Probably need another one as well for the DP. But we are asking for a number of seconds, so that's probably not it, because we want to minimize the number of seconds. Right, we minimize the number of seconds. can we, think about from a different perspective? So in this case, we have 6, and then we added 3 times. That is 24. So in order to get to 4, we need to minus 20, right? So in this case, I basically have this for all of them. Can we find a way to remove, right, such that it can get to 20? So basically I say I can remove all of this, okay? You can do that in one run. And then you can do, yeah, that's like 1 round. And then you have 2 rounds left. But you cannot do, the whole thing, because whole thing means I just accumulate it, and then in that round I remove it. So if you want to remove another thing, you cannot wait in the same round. For example, in this case, I can say I'll remove this, right? So basically I'll remove, so this is 12, this is plus 6, and plus 2. That's equal to 20. So it looks like there might be. So in the second case, I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have 3, 3, 3, right? And 1x equal to 4. And I can use the same strategy. So which means I'll find the smallest. So how do you find the smallest? Well, because each time this is the same, right? Each time this is the same. Therefore, I can find the base value of this plus this, right? Then I can it should be nums 1 I plus k times nums 2 I, right? And we have a bunch of these, and I don't know how many, but then for k I can compute is the sum nums 1 plus k times sum nums 2. And then I say I can do it in k times, right? I can do it in k times minus, something. Well, basically, because I'm going to minus something such that it's smaller or equal to 4. So which means it's a minus 4. So like this is larger than the sum plus k sum minus 4. And I don't know what the k is, right? I don't know what the k is. Maybe we can guess a k, right? We can guess a k. Right, we can guess a k, then I have this value. Then we need to use this scheme to see if I can fit the value, right? And how do I get there? Well, what you need to know is, given a k, right? Given a k, so we have this as the value. So I need to know how big for each one is, right, at the end. So I'll have, I'll have an array with just k times nums to 0, k times nums to 1, right, all the way to k times nums to, I'll call it n minus 1, right? I'll have a bunch of this, and we can add nums 1, Actually, we're not gonna add nums1. Because what we try to do is to remove as much as possible. So in this case, I can either move this one or I can actually move this one. If this is smaller, right? I can actually move this one. Because it doesn't really matter. Actually, does it matter though? Because it's the second largest, right? Because the largest will be the last round you remove. And the second largest, you just go. And you have to remove. Because you cannot remove at the last one. Because the last one, yeah, you have to remove. Yeah, it's not possible. We can only remove fix in the top. Right, we're gonna remove this. How do you know which one is bigger, which one is smaller? Yeah, we have the final array, okay? Then I can sort the final array. That's like, okay, we can sort the final array. I guess it's okay. Right, I guess it's okay. So after I sort the final array, and it's 10 to the third. Well, actually, no. We don't know, right? We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know because it's the k. Right? It's the k value. We have no idea. And you can then remove the largest. Yeah, the problem is with the sorting. I really don't know how to sort this thing. You can find a total at the end, and then get a total. The largest thing will get removed first. Looks okay, and then the next step, right? Next step is everybody remove one, and you need to find the next biggest. Okay, we get the next biggest, so we remove all the way down to the first one, and we need to see if it's if we remove enough. Well, which direction do you know which direction to go? What if we build bottom up? So we have this, right? 2, and then we know given 2 we'll remove this, and then we say it's not enough, right? It's not enough, so we add another one. So we go ahead, add another one, and then I'm going to remove this, and now we can do it twice. We just try it. Right, we have 1, 2, 3. So time 1, we have 4, 5, 6. All right. 4, 5, 6. We can only remove once, so I remove the biggest one, which is 6, and then we get 9. It's not good. Round 2, we add again, so that's 7, 8, 9. So we have 2 rounds, right? So we find the biggest, so remove, and then second biggest, so we can have, so we minus 9, and then second, so we minus 9 and minus second biggest, but we have to remove 1 round of this. So let's remove 6. Right, so remove 15. And the total is that's 24. 9. This is 9. Third round. 10, 11, 12. Again, we can minus 12, minus 11, always minus 2, minus 10, minus 1. Right? Basically, this one will be gone. And here, I can remove the whole thing, which will have wait, hold a second. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3, 3, 3. So this one I remove this, right? And here I can only remove these two, right? And this I can all remove. So that should be 10, right? That should actually be 10 because I remove 9, I remove 5. Yeah, I remove 5. So this give me 10. And I have another one. I'll remove this. This will remove this, and this will remove this. So we get a 9, right? The next one I have more 3, so I'll remove this. Then this one will remove this. This one will remove this. So you always have this left. So in this case, I say I only have 1, 2, 3. 1. This is the only one left. Yeah, because that's how you're gonna remove. You're gonna remove all of the biggest, and then you're gonna remove the second biggest. You can remove the third biggest, right? And it all depends on these values plus this. Okay, these values plus this. But still, initially I can find the largest, and then yeah, it's, if you keep going on, right? If you keep going on, but there's always going to be the maximum, right? You find the maximum, and then for the second one, it's the maximum, right? It's a maximum among these, right? We can find the maximum, and the next one, yeah, is the remaining. So it could be a priority queue, right? So for each one, you have a new priority queue, and you all pop the first, right? New you pop it, and then you can put into another priority queue for the next round. And the next one, right, the next one will be would it always be the same? Like that doesn't matter if we remove stuff? It might, because the nums1, the difference in nums1 might matter. Yeah, if you remove the size might change. Right, I'll stop right here. I feel really sleepy, but I feel like it's getting close. Right, we're getting close to a solution, but still need to work on it. I'll think about it. Like this just feels very convoluted. Right, it feels convoluted. I wonder if there is a better way to do this. Right. And the thing is also, we don't have a way to guess what is the largest value. Well, actually, we will know, right? So if you get the k really big, and then we overwhelm, because the biggest difference in nums1 is going to be 1000 minus 1, right? So if you go in the second round, the second one, you go if you go like 1000 times, right? If you go 1000 times, so any difference will be cancelled, right? Any difference will be cancelled. And then if you go, it will be right, but we can just pick a large number, and then we say go this number of times, and then we can produce that, right? And then we can use priority queue. So we pop the largest value out, then we minus that, and then, but the thing is, when you pop the max out, the remaining, each one need to minus its own value to get the previous one. That is going to take another on. So we're going to have a list of all the values and its indices, right? So priority queue, we pop one out. Okay, that was fine. Then we need to go through the priority queue, right? And each one we minus, we remove the stuff, and heapify again, right? We heapify again. Yeah, we heapify again, and then we take the next biggest, and then we keep going, right? We keep going. So depending on how big is the number of steps, each step we have to go through on, right? Every step we have to go through on. and the max number of steps is 10 to the third. That is the maximum number of steps. Yeah, it is. It is. The maximum number of steps is the length of this, because the more steps you do, right, in this case, the more steps you do is always going to be these values, so it's not going to change. So, okay, so it is. We know the max number of steps, so we can put that there. And then we go through every single time, and then you will just, pop. And each round will take, so be at O(n) squared log n. Do you think this one will pass? O(n) squared log n. I'm not sure. I feel like O(n) squared log n is kind of bad, right? It's kind of bad. O(n) squared log n. Yeah, but I need to know. I need to find the biggest to remove. If I can have a list of at every snapshot, right? The first snapshot I can sort. The second snapshot I can sort. It's not really sort. Yeah, you do have to sort, right? So each round you have to sort O(n) squared log n. That's again O(n) squared log n. There's just no way around this. It's always O(n) squared log n. Huh. Alright, I'll stop right here. I have an O(n) squared log n for this, but I'm not sure if it's right. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.